Hello, this is Diane Dobson-Barton, and welcome to my channel. I am doing a head study this time in oil, and I hope you find this useful in some fashion, and I will see you on the other side. Okay, let's get some gloves on here. One thing at a time. That's my holy one. It is Sunday though. I don't mean that to be sacrilegious or anything. I'm just being smart aleck. Okay. I've got a brush here it's a rosemary, but it's been used a lot. So it's starting to get, it's not in perfect shape. I've had it for quite a while. So I'm gonna use it to lay this out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a portrait, a study in oil. I've been wanting to do this for a while. And if he sees this, it's gonna embarrass him. I know it. To be honest, that's part of the appeal. The colors I've got here, I have titanium white. And I'm using, is this Holbein? Yeah, this is Holbein. And then I've got some ultramarine blue. I've got some yellow ochre, some burnt sienna, and then a little bit of alizarin crimson. And I think I've got some cadmium red there. This is just straight titanium white. This is ultramarine blue and burnt sienna mixed together. And then this is some burnt sienna, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of white. Well, a lot more white than the other. And just a touch of the yellow ochre. So what I'm going to do is, this surface has been toned with a neutral ground. And if you've watched my other videos, you probably recognize it because it's the sludge that comes from the bottom of my oil container, of my mineral spirits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark out my main areas. This is the portrait I'm gonna do. And if you're an art YouTuber, you know who this is. If not, you probably will by the end of it. I'm not affiliated. I just watch their videos. This is my coffee. Sweater weather. Try and leave it. Since I've already got this medium ground on here, I'm gonna go in and just kind of place the highlights with some white and then build it up from there. And I've also got some poppy seed oil, I should mention. I'll try not to get my head in there. So I just want this white really thin. I don't need it to be thick. I can use the mineral spirits to thin it out. I'm going to try and do this really quick, so it may not turn out to be the best work I've ever done. I've got some distractions here at the house. We found this dog, which is how I got all these scratches. He's not aggressive, he just wants to play. And I'm just looking just at the values, just to see what goes where, not getting into any detail. I do want to find my mirror before I get to, oh, there it is. Because it's really good to get a fresh view. That's already out too far. I'm gonna keep this really loose. I like the texture that's already on the canvas too. And one reason I'm doing him is I think my family, I have grandkids that are getting older now, like in their teens, and I don't want to continue doing images of them without permission. Today I just want to whip something out real quick. If you hear somebody in the background, it's hubby. Hubby just being a hubby. So essentially what I'm doing is just drawing this out. I have this one that I did of Rafi Perez, and I keep thinking of it right now. The way the shirt came out. I really like the, I need to stay loose and not try and replicate anything else. And I'm going to be okay if this is not a real great likeness. We're doing that way. Okay, so I'm laying down the basic foundation. I may speed through this now since I've got the basics down. I'll just fast forward through it. And I'm gonna keep using just the mixture of the ultramarine and the reds and the burnt sienna and the white to get the drawing in. And if I need this in there, this ultramarine, and if I need that mixture and it's not going down, I can just make it a little thicker. Same for the white. I'm gonna go ahead and use a slightly smaller one to get some of these eye areas in. And one thing that drew me to do this was his nose. I know that may sound weird, but the shape of his nose was, it's like it's almost chiseled out. I said that during a live that he had with his wife, and it embarrassed him. So, all the more reason to do this. Embarrass him some more. For the record, I don't like doing glasses. I know it's all just shapes and shadows anyway, but I don't know why glasses just... Okay, let me do that. Oops. By turning this upside down, it gives me a fresh view on it and helps me to see if I'm getting the proportions correct. It's always gonna look worse before it gets better. getting, I don't know how long we've been going. How long have we been going? 32 minutes. I'm almost afraid to keep going. Let's add a little bit of color to him. Gonna do one more turn. Just to kind of see. Make sure I have things where I want them. Okay, I think I'm going to call that it, because I want to keep it as loose as possible. Oop, I see something that might add to it. This took me about 45 minutes. Give or take. I hope when I come back to it, I don't have to make any little changes or anything, but if I do, I'll own up to them. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna stop there. My holy glove. If you know me saying I'm gonna stop there, it's like, oh, well, I'm almost done. See a shadow I missed. Sorry, dude. Okay, leave it alone. Leaving it alone. Okay, there we have it. I did go back and tweak it a little bit, but for the most part, it remained the same. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you more than I can say, and just remember that you rock. I'll see you next time. Thanks again. Be safe. Bye-bye.